I am beginning to learn that it is the sweet, simple things of life which are the real ones after all. The real things haven't changed. It is still best to be honest and truthful, to make the most of what we have, to be happy with simple pleasures, and have courage when things go wrong. Change, be it horrible or very good, can make the heart feel frightened. My life this last year has been filled with changes, some terrible, some good, some neutral. I've been doing my best to ride these unexpected waves with grace, but I can't deny that my soul aches, and my heart longs for the familiar, seeking some sort of comfort in things that are certain. And while I don't think really anything in life stays the same, every aspect seems to have its turn at a makeover. I do find there are just a few things that do truly stay the same. And beautiful creation all around us is one of those things. As my dear Anne would say, that is one good thing about this world. There are always sure to be more springs. And that is the beautiful thing about the different seasons. Not only are they beautiful, but they're faithful. And I know I can look forward to that magical first snow every November, those breathtaking autumn colors every October, the refreshing rain every April, and the flowers every May, butterflies and green summer days every June. And I think that's what really inspired my making Joyful Habits, focusing on the different seasons and celebrating them. Because amongst all the change and loss and unexpected turns in life, we have that constant, always there in the background, surrounding us every day. The sunshine to greet us every morning, and the moon and stars to watch over us every night. I wanted to take you along with me today as we go on a little adventure. Enjoy the beauty of summer and the beautiful spark that creativity adds to life. I used to paint with watercolors when I was very young, nothing professional or consistent by any means, just sort of a fun, artsy craft time. But I really haven't picked it up since I was a kid, and it's something I've been wanting to try again for quite some time. So I thought, what better way to begin my new hobby than to pack up my painting supplies, a blanket, and head outdoors. This is a beautiful spot that a friend of mine recently showed to me, and the minute I saw it, I couldn't wait to come back. It is conveniently located, has beautiful views, and for the most part, quiet and not too crowded. I like to use more than one blanket when I go on a picnic, and so today I'm putting down this thicker, fluffier comforter, then a sheet, and then whatever my prettiest blanket is, I'll put on top. This will not only keep my nicer blankets clean, but also layering multiple blankets just makes it comfier and more cozy and fun. then I also had this extra white blanket that I just sort of tossed on there as well. I also like to spritz just a little bit of bug spray along the edges of my blanket, and that seems to help keep the bugs away. I was able to pack most of my blankets in this tote bag from my spring collection, which says my favorite hobby is smiling. These are still available in my shop if you haven't had a chance to snag one yet. And I didn't even end up using all the blankets that I brought, so I just used the tote bag with the rest of the blankets to weigh down one of the corners. I also brought my apron to wear because do I trust myself to paint while wearing a completely white dress? No, I do not. Although surprisingly, I didn't stain the dress whatsoever the entire day, which honestly shocked me. Even later on, when I accidentally spilled my paint water jar, amazingly, still nothing got on my dress. But you know, I feel like it's one of those things that if I didn't wear the apron, it would have been a disaster. Kind of like if you bring an umbrella, it won't rain, but as soon as you forget one, it's sure to rain kind of thing. Anyway, I love how portable and small all my watercolor painting supplies are. It makes it so easy to bring them anywhere. And I had this linen bag that I decided to put everything in. I have a jar and a rag, my paint brushes, which I tied together with some ribbon, my tiny box of watercolor paints, which I found on Etsy, I also brought a notepad of blank watercolor paper, and then I also found this really nice watercolor painting book for beginners. Think of it like a coloring book for watercolors instead of crayons or pencils. It has a bunch of flowers and kind of tells you the color palette you're going for and an example photo. I'll have links to everything in the description box below in case you're interested in picking up any of these supplies. Along with my painting supplies, I also brought some books with me today to do a little reading as well. I've read Pride and Prejudice many times, but every time I read this book, I don't know, different aspects of the story speak to me depending on where I am in life and how my view of the world has changed. The world today looks a lot different since Jane Austen wrote this story, but I found that basic human needs, struggles, and emotions have remained the same. Which I think is one of the reasons why years later, Jane Austen's work is still loved by so many. I have a couple versions of this book, but I love this version of Pride and Prejudice because it has recreations of all the letters that the characters receive in the story, which makes it really interactive and fun to read. Let me know, are you someone who enjoys reading, and if so, do you enjoy reading any of the Jane Austen novels? I also packed tea and a snack and just everything to enjoy a much needed day outdoors. I do want to take a moment to thank today's sponsor. The lovely ladies over at Flor have been so kind to offer me the opportunity to work with them again. I first worked with them back in November, and it was truly so fun. For their summer collection, they gifted me this beautiful white dress you see today. This style is their short sleeve classic dress, and it is truly so beautiful and so comfortable and amazingly breathable for warm summer days. If you don't know anything about Flor, all their dresses are ethically made from natural linen that is safe for people and the environment. Flor is a sustainable, slow fashion brand that embraces a timeless style that truly fit any occasion. Unlike fast fashion where you buy something, wear it once, then forget about it, their dresses are meant to be cherished and worn again and again, and maybe even passed on to future generations someday. They are extremely high quality and feel so lovely on your skin. Their dresses are versatile and so easy to dress up for fancy occasions or dress down to be more casual. Swap out the shoes, add a belt or a scarf or jacket or sweater. There are so many ways to create different outfits. Their classic dress style is definitely my favorite, but they have so many other designs to choose from, and they also have coats and sweaters and accessories. No matter what style you choose, every dress is made of the softest linen, has the twirliest skirt you ever saw. Seriously, as soon as you put one of these dresses on, it's like you're under a magic spell and you just have to twirl. And all their dresses always have hidden pockets. I love the little touches and attention to detail they give to everything they do. When you put on your dress for the first time and you reach your hand into your pocket, you'll find a little surprise. A tiny scroll with an inspiring quote on it, picked just for you. And when you first open your package, you'll find your dress laying there folded with the utmost care and absolutely no plastic. Instead of using those little plastic baggies for the extra button like a lot of clothing brands do, instead they'll sew it to a patch of cloth, which is a tiny detail, but I always really appreciate it. And Flor is not a huge company. They consist of a small team of beautifully talented and wonderfully kind women who make every piece by hand. The dress I'm wearing here is one of their classic dresses, which is what inspired two sisters to start Flor. They saw their mother wearing a very similar dress on many occasions when they were little girls, and so they replicated this iconic dress using their favorite fabric, linen. And that's how it all began. Right now is a very special time at Flor as they are having one of the biggest sales of the year. During the summer sale, enjoy up to 40% off and an extra 5% off using my special link and code JOYFULHABITSJUNE. The sale ends June 30th, so before then, be sure to visit my special link in the description box below to add a beautiful heirloom piece to your wardrobe. Thank you again to Flor for sponsoring today's video. I truly am so thankful and very happy to be working with such wonderful people. I really enjoyed painting, and I'm so glad I finally started this hobby. It was so peaceful and relaxing, and while I'm no expert, I had a lot of fun. I did end up going back later on and touching up some of these paintings. With a little practice, I started to get better with shading and layering and mixing colors. Overall, I do think out of all the different types of painting that you can do, watercolors are very forgiving. So if you're looking for an easier way to get into painting as a hobby, I would definitely recommend looking into watercolors. Friends, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and today has been glorious and so refreshing and honestly so needed on my part. So I hope you've had an enjoyable time hanging out with me, and hope this video has inspired you or taught you something new, or at least put a smile on your face. And I hope maybe this video has motivated you and inspired you to go do the same. Go find a special spot and just soak in the peace and quiet, and maybe pick up an old hobby or a new one. Either way, just take some time for you and time away from the busyness and disconnect. Once again, I want to thank Flor for sponsoring today's video. I still kind of can't believe they even want to work with me, but I'm very grateful that they do, because I love their dresses, I love what they're doing, and I love the women who are making these dresses. They're very, very sweet, genuine people, and I've really enjoyed working with them. And I've never felt so sound of music as I did today, twirling amongst the hills. So if you would like a whimsical dress, check out the link in the description box below, and be sure to use my code for an extra 5% off. And I have a really exciting video dropping next week, so make sure that you come back, because I really want you to see it. And make sure you have the notification bell on, and that way it will tell you when it goes live. And if you're not already subscribed and you want to hang out again, make sure you subscribe. Enjoying the Joyful Habits family. And if you like today's video, hit the like button. And if you have anything to say, comment and all that stuff, you know, the YouTube stuff. And as always, friends, my name is Bethany, and this is Joyful Habits, where we daydream and add a touch of whimsy to the ordinary. I'll see you all very soon, and until then, keep smiling. Bye, friends.